NBA Twitter, NBA social media, just NBA all-around association in our league, all online, have been basically asking the same question: do we have a tanking problem right now? And our commissioner for the game that we all love, which is basketball, has basically stated multiple times that he is anti-tanking. He does not like tanking, very against it. He's been trying to find ways and different rules to come up and get rid of tanking and like stop teams for bottoming out and just try to suck on purpose and be bad on purpose so they can get a higher pick. And with the 2026 draft class basically having so many studs in this stacked draft class, a lot of teams are doing that exact thing that Adam Silver has basically said and stated that he hates, which is tanking. Now, it's getting very bad, I would say, because we've had teams just like the Jazz the other day. They had their starters in Jared Jackson Jr.'s debut with the Jazz. Had Keontae George, Ace Bailey, Lauri Markkanen, and Jared Jackson Jr., Nikola, and they were up the whole game. They were up 17 going into the fourth quarter, and they ended up losing that game to the Magic because their starters did not play that game, and they lost the game on purpose so they can have a higher chance of getting the top pick in the draft class and keep the odds up. Another example, the Kings. We just seen the Kings play the Clippers the other day, and they lost by 3, and DeMar DeRozan only played 20 minutes. Most of their starters only played around 20 minutes, and they lost to the Clippers by 3, 114 to 111. They're doing this on purpose so they can have a higher chance at what? Getting a better pick and better odds for a top pick in this stacked draft class. Now, this stacked draft class has studs. That's what apparently a lot of people are saying and mocking, that these guys are all franchise chasing guys. These top 4, basically, with Darren Peterson, AJ DeBonta, Cam Boozer, and Caleb Wilson. I'm seeing a lot of him right now. Yeah, they added him to the conversation in this stacked draft class that can potentially change the franchise around and give a team, one of these bottom teams, which are most likely small markets, a lot of hope of changing their franchise around to being a contender one day, competing for a championship. And it's been a lot of teams bottoming out on purpose to get higher odds at that top pick. Okay, I'm sorry, I had to make sure I was recording and make sure I was messing up. You know what I'm saying? I know I look good right now too. I had to look at myself too. I look good. You know, I got the hair braided, haircut, you know what I'm saying? New camera. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, so a lot of teams are just bottom out in the standings right now, and a lot of teams just don't also have a franchise guy right now, or somebody they think that can be there to change this team around. It can be the guy for their franchise, like, which is basically the same thing. If you look around at these bottom teams, like if you look at the Eastern Conference, the Pacers, where they have that guy with Tyrese Halliburton, but he's out. He's been out through this whole season, through obviously the injury from the finals last year. The Wizards, they don't know if they have that guy. It could be Alex Sarr, who's looking like he's very good right now, and potentially he could live up to that. But it's still like a little pause to see. We don't know. You know, it can be one of the guys up there, but we don't know for sure yet. The Nets obviously don't have that guy yet. The Bucks have Giannis, but we don't know how long he's going to be there, and this situation is crazy. And it's just basically Giannis and friends right now. Sorry, Bucks fans. Ryan Rollins has some potential, but there's nobody that can be that guy right now. The Bulls don't have that guy. Josh Giddey has been good. Modest has been good, but they still don't have the franchise guy right now. Hornets, they have some people that can be there for the franchise. Colin Knipples look like he can maybe be that guy potentially. We don't know yet. Hawks have Jalen Johnson. Then the Heat, no, not really. Now let's go look at the Western Conference right now. The Kings obviously do not have that guy nowhere near. I just want to say also the Eastern Conference is just so bad right now. Oh my God, looking back at those teams, it's just so much mid right there. Oh my gosh. The Pelicans, Zion was supposed to be that guy. He is not being that at all, nowhere near. He's been very good, been an all-star, showed some potential that maybe slightly could be there one day, but just hasn't taken this step. Jazz don't really have it. Lauri Markkanen is very good all-star type of player, but he's not the guy again. Mavericks just got that guy with Cooper Flag last year that can be the franchise changer. Grizzlies building don't have that guy. Trailblazers don't really have that guy. Denny's been good, but not that guy. Clippers had Kawhi, but they're going to rebuild now. He might not be on the team this summer. They're talking about his future. Warriors without Steph Curry is really nothing. Suns got Booker. That's it's really getting kind of rough out here. And man, it's a lot of teams that's really trying to figure out if they can get that guy soon, because they really need it. And also, this expansion draft coming up soon that's being talked about. It's coming up in this summer, apparently. I know they're having talks about it around the summer and they're voting on it, but I don't know if there's going to be teams brought in this year or this upcoming year or in a year or two. We don't know yet, but they're just having talks. So that also is going to take away some younger players potentially because of the expansion draft that they're going to have to do. And I don't know if they're going to protect 8 players or if there's going to be more. I don't know for sure yet. We don't know. We're trying to figure that out as it goes. Time goes on. But to really answer the question, do we have a taking problem? I would say yes, we might have a taking problem. Now, I don't think that it's so much on teams tanking, because I don't think Adam Silver is mad so much at the teams tanking. I think he's mad at the teams tanking and doing it shamelessly, doing it purposely being bad on purpose, like not playing their starters to close the game, because that also can affect the ticket sales. But if you're a bad, fun young team and something to look forward to, like the Mavericks, you got Cooper Flag. He's going to put on the show, going to bring in tickets himself. And they're taking, but yes, they're still going to try to compete. The Wizards, very bad, very young team though. They're kind of fun, show some flashes of being fun, but they still try to compete. Jazz, they're buying now. But like a team like the Pelicans, just very bad, very suck. Not really much to look forward to. They don't have to pick this upcoming year. Just not the best luck for them, unfortunately. That sucks. The Nets, the Nets are a perfect example right here. They are going to try to work their tail off. They're going to compete as much as they can while you're playing against them. And they're very bad, but they're very young though. And they're taking the right way. That's the type of ticket he wants. So with that type of ticket, they might end up getting rewarded with maybe a top pick. Maybe. I'm not saying that any conspiracies going around that they're throwing picks out to teams that are actually taking the right way. But I'm just saying, teams like that, those are the teams that give Adam Silver hope that, okay, tanking maybe is not that horrible, but teams like the actual Kings, who have, I don't know why I'm looking at their names so bad, who have all that money paid into their main starters, and they're just still the bottom team in the conference right now. Not the conference, in the whole league right now, basically. They just suck badly. I don't think they're going to get rewarded. I don't think he wants to reward those teams, and he wants to stop teams like that from having the chance of being a top pick or getting a top pick in this upcoming draft or drafts in the future, because they're not doing it the right way, naturally doing it the right way. But at the same time, it's like, can you blame these teams that are smaller markets that are not going to have a big free agency splash that most teams are not going to want to go to? Can you really blame them for taking? That's a better question for me than, do we have a taking problem, in my opinion. I'm not exactly sure like what rules or type of systems they can bring in to like help alleviate some of the taking, but you can do. I have some suggestions. Maybe I don't know how far they go with it, but like, let's say if you get a top 5 pick or top 3 pick in this year's draft, next year you can't get like a top 7, top 8 pick, something like that, something along like that. I'm not saying exactly you should do that, because that sounds kind of mid, but I think something needs to be fair or some type of system needs to be fair for these small market teams and these bottom teams that are actually tanking the right way, actually trying to rebuild, but just have a lot of young players and actually trying to develop them the right way. Something needs to be set for them. I don't know what they're trying to figure out or what details they're going to implement. Maybe with this expansion draft coming up soon with these 2 new teams, maybe they let us know and give us some more details of what that could be or what that could look like. But right now, potentially, I can't blame these teams for trying to get studs in this stack draft class. I can't. Have you not seen the way these guys have been hooping? Darren Peterson. I cannot blame any team right now trying to bottom out of tank for seeing what this guy can be. I have a future video coming out talking about him and what I think he can be potentially. But man, oh man, that kid is nice. And if I had a number 1 pick, I honestly don't think anybody should pass on him. I'm sorry. I think he's that good of a prospect, and I don't even watch that many college games. But I've been doing some more research as I've been going on, getting prepared for the draft, to talk about the draft and what players I think teams should look out for. But it really just boils down to a lot of teams trying to get their franchise guy. I said that like 20 times in this video. I'm so sorry, but that's really what it is. So hopefully they do have some type of taking system that they coming out with. I do want to say taking should be okay if like you're doing it the right way, honestly. But purposely sending your stars it's just not good playing. It's not good for the product of basketball, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. Paying all their starters that money just for them to purposely sit out, you might as well just trade them at that point. But if you have a normal like nice tank like the Wizards or somebody like that, or the Nets, then I can't blame you. Just suck the right way. If you're gonna suck good. Maybe some change again with the expansion teams coming up, or maybe there's something they're gonna come out and bring out to help change the lottery system and the odds to get these picks. Some people talked about tournaments, I guess. I don't know how much that helps. I guess like a tournament for the pick draft. I don't know how much that helps. I don't know how good that would be, honestly. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. Anyways, my name is Chris Short. I go by the Short Hooper. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, please leave a like. Comment down below what you think about it and what problems you think, or what solutions you think that fix this tanking problem, honestly. I love to hear it, and I love to see any feedback you guys got. And subscribe, it's free. And with that being said, I'll see y'all next video or whenever. Peace.